My name's Annabelle Nash, and I'm from Los Angeles.
I'm Connor Tibbetts from Concord, New Hampshire.
My name is Raquel Almacolea, and I'm from the Bishop Height Reservation from Bishop, California.
My name is Mikhail Gray. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, South Side.
My name is Jewel Patterson, and I'm from San Bernardino County.
I'm Kamal, and I'm from Chicago.
So last time we talked, we went over crime and at-risk youth and things of that nature. And you shared some stories of yours. And I'm kind of curious as to like, how did that make you feel? You know, telling your stories and kind of giving more information about that.
I think it's a pretty good feeling being able to share those stories, especially for a positive reason. You know, sharing these stories so that it can maybe help other people so they don't have to go through that, or my experience knowing that it happens at different places and they don't need to feel like, oh, it's only happening in my neighborhood, and that it happens everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've always found that telling my story over and over and over again, or telling stories of others that have affected me, is a lot more therapeutic than anything else. And I think at the same time it's also like educational for both myself and whoever I'm speaking to. But I have been in like counseling, like therapy all of my life basically, talking about the same shit over and over and over, and so that's how I've kind of been able to like get used to it. So yeah, I think I find it more therapeutic than anything.
I could say that talk was very therapeutic for me. At least it was refreshing in a way, because most people don't want to talk about those type of things. And to have somebody like question like my personal views on it, it was refreshing to me, you know, like just release and talk about it a little bit, get people the idea that I have, what experiences I went through. So it was cool. It wasn't like an easy thing to just let out. It was a hard conversation. And some of the stuff I said, I didn't really know every detail about. So I felt like some things I brought up were kind of general, but still on the mark. And I didn't know how to like really get into it, but still have people who would see this, understand. So I don't know, it was kind of taxing in a way too, but more so refreshing and therapeutic.
Well, I like talking about it. Well, I like talking about it with people who understand what I'm trying to say. Like, people who understand that, like, yeah, I had it, like, rough and everything like that, but, like, and I did, like, some stuff, but, like, I'm not a gangster. But then also people who know, like, that, like, I had it rough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be a gangster to have a rough kind of thing. I don't know. I was fine talking to you about it. It felt therapeutic to me, but everybody it don't feel like that all the time. Like, some people just, they be like, yeah, I know, Crips, Bloods, it's crazy. Like, not really, but
I think they're talking about like bad things that happened to you, or like experiences you've had even like so long ago. It's good to like remember and talk about, because like not only is it good to like get it out, but it's also good to hear yourself say it, because then you can think of like how you want to be better as a person.
What do you think we can do to like help the youth, the communities, things like that?
I got some ideas. Like my sister, for example, she has her nonprofit called Love Daily, and she works with underprivileged youth. She used to do like Christmas programs and like Thanksgiving programs where, you know, you give them food, you give them presents, stuff like that. But that's not like, it's not all about material things, right? So she also does like workshops, like how we do for Reach and stuff. She does like those kind of workshops for the kids at like Rialto. I don't know, I think things like that, kind of getting personal with the youth and talking to them about what we feel like are like adult things, that's what they need to hear at this point. Because like adult things are happening all around.
I personally think programs such as like Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, youth groups, stuff like Kamal's group I Love You, just helping kids get active, because when kids get bored, that's when they start doing stupid shit. And so when you have something to do and you have like sports and art and you have people, you have mentors and stuff like that, that's what helps you kind of keeps you focused on something. I know I went to the after school program every single day, and like they pushed me, like, do your homework, and we'll go play some sports, so I wasn't just outside roaming around the local park looking for stuff to do, which leads to bad shit going down.
I think it's possible, and I think it's more possible with a team. And I think, like I said earlier, we should just provide for the youth. But as a team, we can build resources and provide more resources than just one person trying to provide for one student. You know, it's like one kid having one tutor. That one tutor can only do so much, but if you have multiple people collaborating and just bombarding this kid's mind with such positive things, he can get so many different perspectives and grow exponentially. So I think with a team of people, we can provide resources for the youth, like books, crayons, calculators, learning materials that they don't usually get. That will help them like move forward at a quicker pace and with more confidence.
I think the most obvious thing that we need to do is reallocate funding and sources for different programs, so like more like academic opportunities in the communities, and even more like safe social spaces that are there solely for the youth to like enjoy themselves in a way that is conducive to their self-growth, and maybe even in ways that can help their community. And once that community feels that change, then the more positive change will begin to happen. I think that all starts with the reallocation of funding, because without money you can't really do anything. You can do some things, but not as effectively, as quickly.
Well, I think it's necessary to like just invest in the youth creatively, try to like get them out of the box that their socioeconomic status puts them in like these urban areas. It's necessary to like kind of like get their ideas and like really create someone who's going to be an innovator and not like a worker. Stop incarcerating them in terms of putting them in physical jails and juvenile centers, and just like in schools. It's not, I think disciplinary action should be different, and it should be more therapeutic as opposed to punishment. It's important to feed them the right food and put them in areas where they're able to eat correctly, because without nutrition they're not able to think and make critical decisions in a very crucial time of their life.
Give kids a place to express, because as a child I had this undying urge to just do something all the time. I don't know what it is as a kid, but you just can't sit still, and my parents tried to translate that into making me read books and learn things like mentally rather than express them physically. Before I like got into music and like learning instruments. But I still just didn't feel that satisfaction of release as a kid. You just gotta run around and do something, get it out your system, Right. So I think providing a place for kids to express themselves and show that passion in some form, through playing music or doing sports or just letting whatever they got out in whatever way they want to, without judgment. They want to like do a play or something, or like say a poem.
Right.
They can do whatever they want, and I think it'll be good to provide that space for them somehow.
There are some kids who have energy, ambition, and everything to become something better than what they are, but they don't know how. Those kids need someone to show them how. There are other kids who don't even think that they have it in them to be something different than what they see on the streets, or be something different than what everyone's been telling them they are. Whether it's like people telling them like you're not gonna be this, you're not gonna be that, or if it's just like you not seeing yourself represented in a good way everywhere you go. They need to be spoken to as well. To me, I just feel like they need mentors. Like, I wish I had a mentor. I still wish I had a mentor, but like, I wish I had a mentor back then, because I would have had it figured out. I would have understood like what it is, like who I am in this society, and like where the world sees me. You know what I mean? Or how the world sees me.